Hai, Assalamualaikum. Nama saya Nur Akilah Fatih binti Kamal Zaman. Nama matrik 058766 dan saya dari Diploma Teknologi Maklumat, Fakulti Informatik dan Komputeran. Okay, so today I will start my presentation with the topic Computer Crimes and Internet. Introduction of Cybercrime. Cybercrime is a generic terminology used for all sorts of crimes. This crime was committed by computers. This cybercrime defined as criminal activity by the use of communication such as internet, satellite or wireless network. Cybercrime was grown and important as the computer that became too central to entertainment and government. There is some example of cybercrime such as cyber trespass, cyber violence, cyber deception, and cyber pornography. There is four main categories of cybercrime. First, cyber trespass, cyber deception and theft, cyber pornography, and cyber violence. Okay, next, cybercrime analysis. Cyber trespass. Cyber trespass in itself encompasses certain elements such as intentionally entering or remaining on someone else's property without authorization. Cyber deception. Cyber deception catches the actors as they make their movement inside a network by gaining access to a network or attackers follow. Cyber pornography. Cyber pornography defined as the act of using cyberspace to introduce pornography, especially material that can cause children engage in sexual acts with adults. Cyber violence. Cyber violence has defined as online behavior that criminally or non-criminally that can lead to attack of a person physically. Okay, next, real case of cybercrime. First, copyright violation, cyber terrorism, cyber squatting, identity theft, and salami slicing. Copyright violation. Introduction. Copyright infringements are usually resolved through direct negotiation, a notice and takedown process, or litigation in civil court. Shifting public expectation in digital technology and the increasing reach of the internet to such anonymous infringement that copyright dependent. Importance. Cover work. Copyright protects the author's right to written or literary works, music, photograph, and other pictorial works. Features. The act of infringement include reproduce in any material form, perform, show or play or distribute to the public. Disadvantage. First, cost. Registration takes time and requires a filing fee. Second, limited protection. Copyright protects a particular expression of an idea as an image, but it does not protect the idea or concept. The conclusion. The problem with copyright protection is the fact that people not understand the exciting copyright of framework. This problem has been worse by the access to the information on the internet, which most netizens consider to be. There is an example real case of copyright violation. Okay, next, cyber terrorism. Introduction. Cyber terrorism also can be defined as the intentional use of computers, networks, and public internet to cause destruction and harm for personal objectives. Importance. It can help to protect systems and other unwanted programs from theft. Moreover, it protects the computer from being hacked, plus it can minimize computer freezing and crashes. The features. The victims of cyber terrorism attacks are specially targeted by the attacker. There has been random cases of attacks that has carried out, such as the release of harmful virus through the internet. Disadvantage: it can make the system slower than before, thus it incorrectly configured to block users from performing certain action on the internet, so it need to keep security up to date and could be costly for average user. In conclusion, cyberterrorism is probably best viewed as an operational tactic aimed at a distinct psychological outcome rather than a field of research that connects the cyber domain at the hip to terrorism in real space. There is the real case of cyberterrorism. Okay, next, cyber squatting. Introduction. Cyber squatting, also known as domain squatting, is the practice of registering a domain name that resembles a well-known organization or person without their authorization. The importance: quick and inexpensive, show good faith effort to resolve without litigation, less expensive than litigation. The features: the most common objective of cyber squatting is to damage or destroy a specific target, or may be an organization, industry, sector, economy, or to make an impact on particular target. Disadvantage: risk of cyber fraud, transfer of domain name to different entity, not legally enforceable, must prove bad faith use and registration. The conclusion. In conclusion, looking at the current situation prevailing in the world, it is certain that cybersquatting is a menace. It has no boundaries. Cybersquatters have robbed businesses of their fortune. There is example of real case of cybersquatting. Identity theft. Introduction. Identity theft is use someone's identity as a method to gain advantage or obtain credit and other benefit to cause other persons disadvantage or loss. Importance. It is important to always pay attention to your accounts so you can tell your financial situation when something is suspicious. You can avoid any further damage from happening. The features. There are several types of identity theft that could be identified as criminal, financial, medical, child identity theft, and identity cloning. Disadvantage: identity theft can happen to anyone and lead to a number of problems: to damage your credit and disqualify you from loans, stall your tax refund, and drain your bank account. In conclusion, identity theft can happen to anyone, and it is important to take the indicated steps in order from becoming a victim. Individuals should be more careful when it comes to identity theft that think they are easy remarks. There is example real case of identity theft. Salami slicing. Introduction. Salami slicing is a shape of economic cyber that assaults to take an amount of cash, so it is insignificant, a single case to completely unnoticed. Important. Salami publication is a concept that is difficult to define, but making detection and prevention difficult. It is generally considered to be a form of redundant publication. The features. There is no software application for detection of salami publication. This type is complex because salami publication do not often include text, so the manuscript can easily evade software checking. The disadvantage. Salami publication can make the service become critical and destroy. Thus, it takes no account of the previous resource allocated. In conclusion, a paper will have a greater chance of publication rather than a fragment of a larger study. Salami slicing to increase the number of publications on your resume might only end up sabotaging your research career at a later stage. There is an example of real case of salami slicing. The conclusion of cybercrime. In conclusion, from the cybercrime investigator perspective, locating the offender and holding them to account for their action may be a very difficult and complex operation. Incorporating this evidence into their investigation is a skill that they will refine throughout their career, with positive results achieved, honest mistakes, lessons learned, and a higher skill investigator. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for watching.